People will very rarely leave completely their family. Children will rarely leave their parents and never see them again. Parents will rarely disown their children and never see them again. Siblings will rarely be done with each other and never talk to each other again. It's a very rare thing. And what that means is most of us will have family members that have narcissism or some version of narcissism, such as histrionics or antisocial or dependent personality. So what do? How do you live with that narcissistic family member? Well, we have 4 rules that we use, 4 rules. Because you're not going to get rid of them. And your patients are not going to get rid of them. It's not what people do. 4 rules. Number 1, remember they are hurt, not bad. It can be very easy to start villainizing people who are narcissistic because they act in very self-centered and aggressive ways. But they're not bad, they're hurt. That's their way of surviving. They didn't sign up for this. They didn't want it. Remember that. These people are hurt. That opens your heart a little bit to them, even though you want to be careful about opening your heart too much. Number 2, never believe they've changed. Most narcissistic people or people with narcissistic personalities of some form will have periods of time where they're acting better, where they're treating you well, where you're getting along well. We really encourage you to enjoy those periods because at that point, you're getting the best of what that person has to offer. But you can't be naive because they will betray you again. They will stab you in the back again. They will get self-centered and full of grandiosity. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So don't pretend it's not. Number 3, don't feed or fight the ego. Now, as we know, one of the ways that narcissistic people protect themselves is to inflate their egos, to make them bigger. I always think of the puffer fish in the ocean that kind of puff up and get bigger, and animals won't attack them because they look bigger than they really are. They'll do that. Now, if you feed that ego, oh, you're wonderful, you're great, you're this, you're that, if you're that yes man, that sycophant, then you're going to help them inflate even more, and that's not good for them, but it's also not good for you when they inflate more. But if you fight with that ego, you're going to lose because their survival depends on being inflated. And if you fight with it, they will stay inflated for a much longer period than you can manage. You can't fight with the same persistence they will fight with you about. So don't feed or fight the ego. Number 4, keep your distance, either emotional, physical, or both. So if you're going to continue to have relationships with these family members, you may have to be a little more detached, a little more superficial. Lots of conversations about the weather. Sports, but not teams that you hate or they hate, right? Superficial. That's emotional distance. And physical distance is just spending less time with them when things are going poorly. Take a break. If you've got that regular lunch and they're in a raging state of mind, say, I can't make lunch today, I've got some other plans, keep some distance. So if you practice these 4 rules, you can live with narcissistic family members in a way that works the best for you and actually does work the best for them as well.